Hello, I am Deb Coviello, the Drop In CEO, and thank you again for joining us on another episode where week after week I try to bring the most amazing stories, the amazing content for you to think about and consider as you navigate your situation, your career, your business. I want you to navigate with confidence both the challenges and the opportunities. And so I've got some quick insights I want to share with you this week, but also I usually like to do an icebreaker again. It's not all business. Deb Coviello has a life outside of work, and so sometimes I call this keeping up with the Coviellos. Wanted to share a little bit about what's going on in my life. Maybe it'll resonate with you, make you think a little bit differently about how you spend your personal time. Because again, we're only on this earth a few short years, and we got to make the most of it, whether it's at work, at home, play with family, etc. So my husband and I think, probably prompted by myself, have been enjoying the greater Cincinnati, Ohio area. That's where we live. We're originally from New Jersey, from the East Coast, so occasionally you might pick up a Jersey girl accent, but we've been in Cincinnati for about 12 years now, and recently we've come to really enjoy the sports that we have here. So recently we went to the Red Stadium. We enjoyed a wonderful backstage tour with the history and all the different amenities, for which we just went to an amazing game Friday night with my niece and her family, fireworks and everything. It was hot as heck, but it was a great game. And no, the Reds didn't win, but it was still a great experience. And following that, last year I went to a pregame for the Bengals. Bengals didn't do so great this last year, but they got so much potential. Anyway, we loved it so much, my husband and I, that this Saturday coming up, we're going. My daughter, her boyfriend are going, and maybe my niece will be back in from out of town, and they may join us as well. But following to that, it sounds like Deb is spending a lot of money. My husband and I have been going out to dinner a little bit more than usual rather than just waiting for the event. We're going out just because. A favorite place we like to go to is Eddie Merlot's in the Cincinnati area. Enjoying just a little bit of couple time versus waiting to go out with others. Really important that we spend time with those significant others in our life. And yeah, get this. We're going out to the movies midweek. The shock, the horror. But no, our local movie theater has these specials. Tuesday, $6 tickets, $3 popcorn. Why not go and have some fun midweek? Again, for us early birds that get up at 4 and go to sleep by 8, it's a daring night to be able to stay out past 8 or 9 o'clock. But hey, we've been doing that. But really, the message here is that we've been spending a little bit more money lately, probably more than our frugal selves. We like to save money. We're homebodies. But again, life is short. And, we can't take the money with us. So we've been spending a little bit more time enjoying our free time versus just staying home. And hopefully, as it presents the opportunity, you're doing the same as well, putting some valuable investment in your personal time, even if it is just sitting on the couch and regrouping, reframing. Make sure you're doing quality things so you really, really enjoy your life. But this week's topic, quickly, I wrote about this on LinkedIn and I felt it was really important to share with my audience about then the rest of the time when we are in our business or I'm in our workplace. I feel really, really, really strongly about this theme. And yeah, I'm going to read a little bit from the article, but you're going to get the message loud and clear. And so the title of what I want to express to you is Stop Convincing Yourself You Have Imposter Syndrome. Start surrounding yourself with people who shine a light on your gifts. Now, I feel really, really strongly about this. I feel really strongly. Somebody invented imposter syndrome, and I'm a naysayer. I go against the grain. It's interesting when people come up with new concepts, and we should learn and seek to understand. But I also don't accept things on blind faith. I think, and I want you to think too. You are human. Humans have the ability to think, not group think. Think for yourself and see if what I say resonates with you as alternate thinking to what is being pushed as a narrative of imposter syndrome. So stop convincing yourself you have imposter syndrome and start surrounding yourself with people who shine a light on your gifts. Because honestly, you're not broken. You have only lost your way, and you need someone who cares enough to shine a light on your gifts. And you know, I say this a lot. And I want you to stop assuming the narrative that if you're at a place in time where you've lost your confidence, that you have imposter syndrome. I'm just telling you, many people are making a lot of money convincing you that you're broken. Okay? You're not broken. It's just your playbook is no longer serving you, and you may lack a support system that cares deeply about you and can see the gifts that you have to offer. Now, a little harsh, I know. Did I get your attention? I certainly hope so. You see, I see so many C suite leaders that lose their way when the conditions change, and what worked in the past no longer works. And rather than dwelling on the challenges by focusing on their value and gifts, you can lift them up and get them back on track. Again, I'm trying to switch the narratives. Things change, you lose your confidence. And yes, it's okay to reflect on these challenges. But what I like to do is shift your energy and shift your attention to think about what value do you have? What are your unique gifts? And think about it. I mean, I'm shining a light on you. I see your gifts because if we can acknowledge our gifts, we gain back our confidence, we can get back on track. Now, how do we do this? Well, I'll tell you how I do it with you or many people in my network. I've had a lot of people, senior leaders, C suite leaders, who we talk about their situation. Sometimes I don't get paid for it. I do hope that we can enter into a long term relationship at some point. But honestly, you guys have come across my computer here and gals as well. But here's what I do. I deeply listen to you, and with a calm and soothing voice, I reframe what I heard to shine a light on your gift and a potential path forward. And what that does is it breaks the cycle of air quotes the imposter syndrome narrative and wakes you up to the value that you still have. And I'll tell you, when I engage with one of you out there, and I'm speaking to you even if we've not engaged, it is magical when I see that C suite leader realize this and have the self awareness to then do the work. Again, it's like I break the cycle of being lack of confidence to wait a second. I'm not dead yet. I still have all this value. I've been able to figure this out in the past. And so that's where I come in to build back your confidence and help you to be the leader that you have been and are meant to be in the future. So again, you're not broken. It's just you lack a support system possibly that shines a light on your gift to be able to recognize your value and lift you up again so that you have the confidence so you can leave your legacy. Now, bringing it home. I'm not a life coach. Remember, I never use don't use the word not, but I'm not a life coach under the theoretical perspective. But I've lived a lot of life, and I know what it's like not to have a support system. And my role here, again, I talk about this over and over again, is I'm here to lift the C-suite leader by shining a light on your gifts, so that you continue to lead and leave your legacy. That's a lot of L's, but I'm all about lifting you up by shining a light on your gifts and your value such that you can continue to lead and leave your legacy. And so, is this you? I'm wondering. Or do you know somebody that is having this challenge? Maybe share this episode with them because we all want to lift others up. Even if we're in a good place, we got this, we're confident, we're providing a lot of value. Maybe there's somebody else in your network. And just as a thank you to you, I'd like to offer you a gift. I'd love you for you to visit my website, dropinceo.com/gift. And in that site, I give to you the first chapter of my book, The CEO's Compass, Your Guide to Get Back on Track. I give you chapter one in a PDF format or in an audio file. You get to listen to me again. But also, I've got a lot of value in these podcasts. So I also offer to you a free 3-pack of some of my favorite podcast episodes that might inspire you, might be of value to you. And that gives you a taste of some of the things that I talk about that provide support to you, or maybe the next C suite leader that you know might need some of my help. And that's just my 2 cents, 3 cents if you really valued it. And with that, I just want to say thank you again for dropping in on the Drop In CEO podcast, where week after week, I want to be able to help C suite leaders navigate their challenges and opportunities with confidence. And with that, I just want to say thank you so much for dropping in, and I wish you well and much success. Until the next show, we'll see you soon. Take care.